Are they going to do better with 3 more movies and a new trilogy for 28 years later? That's my question. Let's find out in our feature story of the night. I want to say 28 days later. I didn't want to say 28 days later, but 28 years later is apparently going to be a trilogy. And the first 2 movies are shot, guys. First 2 movies are shot, done, in the can, on your iPhone 15 Pro Max, because they shot an iPhone 15. So that was the thing we talked about before. And it was just crazy. Ray Fiennes was talking about this. Ray Fiennes is one of the leads in this. We have Aaron Taylor Johnson's in this too. Jodie Comer's in here, Jack O'Connell, and Cillian Murphy is coming back to play Jim again in these movies. But they're saying it's a slow burn. He starts off small, and throughout the trilogy becomes bigger and bigger and bigger as a part of this whole new trilogy of 28. It's weird to say like 28 years later is gonna be a whole new trilogy. It just feels like they have nothing else. We're going back to the freaking 90s, just like doing another trilogy off something that didn't really even have a trilogy before, and they're making a trilogy because it's cheap on iPhones. I mean, I get it. Boyle was great. He's great. I love his stuff. Dan Boyle, great stuff. But I just think this is just like. I wasn't a big fan of it. It's not really a zombie movie. It's an infection movie, but it's a zombie movie, but it's not. We've had this argument multiple times in the show. It's got violent, rapid humans. No, okay. But Ray Fiennes came forward to talk about it. He says, it's Britain. It's 28 years later. This terrible plague has infected people who are violent, rabid humans with a few pockets of unaffected communities that are still out there. And it centers around a young boy who wants to find a doctor to help out his mother who is dying from the infection. Okay. So he leads him through this whole situation where he finds a doctor through woods and infected people and all that, and eventually they get to this doctor and they're a force for good that's trying to push forward to get rid of this whole pathogen that's destroying the world. Now, like I said, Cillian Murphy will be back. He's part of this. Maybe he's the doctor. That would kind of make sense. Why not be a part of this whole thing and build and build and build? But he said it's a surprising way that Cillian Murphy does come back, and you'll be very excited about it. Now, the second one's called 28 Years Later, Part 2, The Bone Temple. No name for the third one yet, but we have 1 and 2 coming, and the first one's by Boyle. The second one is Doyle, and the second one's by Nina DaCosta, who directed Little Woods, The Candyman, and The Marvels, which is not really a great thing to put in your resume, I don't think. But you know what? It's a movie coming out June 20th, 2025. We're gonna get some more 28 years later, and we're gonna be doing these for 28 years later too. On top of that, I think I'm just like the first man. I'm like, cool. Is Cillian Murphy gonna be in it? Oh, all right. Oh, we're gonna do. We already shot 2. Oh, all right. We're gonna do 3. Guys, why? GR, you got 3 in you, man? You got 3 more 28 movies in you?
No.
Come on, GR. You want this so bad. You were telling me behind the and backstage in the green room how excited you are, right?
Yeah.
Liar, pants on fire. I'm sorry, man, but the original movie was pretty good. Second one, and 3 more. Yeah, thank you, but no thank you.
It's a great cast, though, GR. Great cast, right?
I can't argue that. The cast is great.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to see three more zombie movies or whatever they're called in this one.
Yeah, they're not zombies. It's a pathogen. It's a whole thing. It's a virus.
They're
but
not zombies.
I know. Alexi will die on the stake. She'll die.
I will die on a stake.
She'll die on this. Yeah, I get it because they're shooting on iPhones. It's cheaper, probably. The production budget is probably fucking super cheap. Round of applause for you guys being smart about it. Everybody's shooting on iPhones these days. But Danny Boyle is like, I'm loving it. But I'm just not sold. Angela, did you like these movies at all? Do you think we should get 3 more? Is this genius? Is this genius mastermind plot to dominate the theaters again and bring people back to the movies? Or is this just going to be like wet popcorn fart that makes some money and makes it back and has a great time in the summer?
Probably the latter of that. Popcorn fart. Yeah. I mean, I think everyone's, they play upon, it's the franchise, right? So they just play upon that, and everyone just kind of like, ooh, let's go see what it is. It's just a moneymaker. Like, it might be, might not be, it might be an epic fail.
I was really hoping you'd be super excited about this, Angela. I was hoping you're gonna be like, I can't wait for this movie. Give me 3, 5, 6 more.
I know.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, some of them start to wear out a bit. Like, I mean, I'll probably watch it if it like shows up on a streamer or something, or on like, you know, let's just say a broadcast network. That's kind of hilarious. Which it won't. But yeah, no, I don't know. I like Cillian Murphy.
He's great.
It's really good. Yeah. You know, I'm like, I don't obviously have a really intense feeling about this, but I mean, I like, you know, Fiennes is really good. Post, you know, apocalyptic, you know, zombie films, like who doesn't like them, right?
They're fun. They're fun popcorn movies. You go there and watch people go.
They're fun popcorn. They're mindless. You could like write a paper while you're doing it and like watch it. You know, you could just do something, like a million different things, but maybe you would actually intensely watch it. But I don't know. I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I think could be good, right? Like maybe if the trailer, you know, when it's out or something, I could be like, all right, let's.
Which it'll come soon.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ralph Fiennes, I like Cillian Murphy. I like, so if you know they're in it, and possibility could be really good. So I mean, we're kind of a question mark right now.
We're very excited about this right now, aren't we, Angela? We're very excited. The chat's excited. We're excited. Everyone's fucking flying off their hinges right now. 28, yeah, let's go. Yeah, 28, team 28 right here, right? Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, 28 years later, let's go. Let's fucking go, right, Angel? Flop.
There's what our viewers think, Brian.
Flop it up. That's what they're saying.
They saying flop.
Captain Floppy in here.
So many bombs, it's hard to keep. That was way up there. What are they saying?
Incoming flop.
Okay, incoming. All right, yeah.
Yeah. Lexi, what's Captain Bobbin think your duck about this is?
Well, first of all, I would like to say there are 2 movies I could think of off the top of my head that are about real zombies: Serpent and the Rainbow, which is a terrible film, and White
Never
Zombie,
seen that.
which is like the original, like the print was lost for years. I think they finally found it, but like those are real zombies, which that goes back to the Haitian lore, is what I think they're asking for if they're looking for real zombies. There's not a lot of Haitian zombie films.
Lab zombies. This is from
lab zombies are the Romero created. George Romero is responsible for the modern day zombie. He's the creator of that in a lot of places. And 28 Days Later is not a remake of Day of the Dead. You are quite wrong, sir. Quite wrong. Because Day of the Dead is about zombies, and 28 Days Later is a virus film because nobody stays alive with this virus in them. They die. It's the second film's about them starving and letting them starve off and die in the fields and stuff. So when you have the rage virus, you live. Like, you're alive. You're just insane. And, like, it's like rabies.
Eating brains and shit, right?
No, you just have rabies. Like, you just run at people and attack them. Like, it's literally just rabies. That's all it is. Like,
that's
it's like
GR Saturday night.
Because, like, I mean, the virus takes, I think they say, like 15 seconds to completely infect you. So once it's in you, like, it infects you and you're just like off the balls. And it makes you just like, it's literally just like a heightened rabies where you're just like through the roof insane. Like, and it makes your blood go really super hot and you just run and like go at anything that's around you. And you're not really eating, you're just ripping at anything that's around you, I think is really what it is. But regardless of that, I think the first film was a very unique film. Boyle, was the first person to shoot on digital film. He was like one of the first people to shoot a film digitally like that. And I think the thing that sucks about it is that shooting digitally dates your film. I've noticed, like, when you go back and watch the original now, it doesn't look very good. Like, it really doesn't hold up as far as, like, the quality of the film. Even like, I have a Blu-ray of these movies. And
film always holds up better, Lexi. Film always holds up better.
It's one of those things, like, those old, early days, like, those early digital films, because this is, by the way, it's a 2000s film, Brian, not a 90s film.
I know. It might as well be 90s to me.
I'm just going to correct all over But
I
regardless of
appreciate
that,
it.
no, it's fine. But like I noticed like all those early 2000s digital films people shot when they were getting like crazy and pirating, like, you know, oh, guerrilla film, I'm going to shoot on digital. There was a lot of like cool things about that, and I really respect everybody who started out on the digital film, because nobody wanted to do it in Hollywood, and those people are the reason that we now shoot on red cameras and things like that, and the digital, you know, renaissance that we have with film is because of all of these people. But those early
That's why he's doing the iPhone though too. That's why he says he's doing an iPhone, so he can revolutionize the
it's
iPhone
gonna
for
look
film.
like shit.
That's what he's saying.
Like that's the thing. It's gonna date the film. So like shoot them on reds and then like say that it is an iPhone, or say it looks like an iPhone or something like that. Like you can't just like, I know that these phones look good. Those phones, it's like having a phone that has the quality that it does in the modern age is what's beautiful for everyone. It allows everyone to be a content creator. It opens a door to everybody to make TikToks, and it allows everybody to shoot everything in 4K, and allows everybody to like really upload high quality content onto the internet. And that's a beautiful thing about that. But as far as a filmmaker is concerned, please shoot on like a higher grade camera, unless you're literally like Jacob right now, who's shooting his, you know, indie film, and he's got like, you know, very, very low budget, and he doesn't have a whole lot to work with. Then I respect him shooting on that, and I respect the formats that he has to work with. Or like, I guess you can say like, I'm trying something different, or you're doing something like Unfriended, where you're like, I'm going to shoot this entire film and make it look like it's all done on like, you know, internet chat or something like that. Like, I think there's a uniqueness to that. But I think specifically shooting 28 years later and doing the whole thing on iPhones is just so gimmicky and so unnecessary. And I think that, you know, Apple having a hand in that is really what it comes down to, and all that kind of stuff. And I think,
come on, Lexi, we're fucking stoked here. We're jumping up and down for this shit, right? We're fucking having a marathon.
Well, I mean, I'm probably the biggest fan of all of these, and I would even say like they're okay. Like they're not even my favorites, and I'm pretty okay with them. Like I like the first one, and I like the second one. I think the second one was very competent at taking the ideas presented in the first film and giving us a completely unique direction to go with it, while, you know, still staying cohesive to the story. And I really liked the idea of them building the walls around chunks of the city and letting people die, and then going in and cleaning that out. But I feel like, you know, I also think for cohesion's sake, it should have been 28 days, 28 weeks, 28 months. And that should only be, and I think there should only be 3 films. And I think a third one should have come out after the third one years ago, when it was relevant in the zombie craze. And that you really should have cashed in when the zombie craze was either like at the end of its life or dying out or something like that, instead of trying
shit's gone now. It's gone.
Back to it now. I don't know who your market is, because the second film did poorly, and people really don't like the second film. Like, I know there's a genuine like disdain for the second film, and I know, and that's okay. Like, I don't even have a problem with people not liking this. Like, I'm like, I see why you don't like it. Like, I see that what you were looking for from the first film is completely not there in this film. I think its focus on the children is not really like what people want. I know there's not really a lot there for fans of the first film to gravitate to for the second film. But I also think that the first film, if you really go back and pay attention to it, it lags so much in spots. It's very much a slice of life film. There are so many scenes of them just driving in cars, like waving their hands at the cars, or so many scenes of them just like hanging out in buildings and stuff. And I think it creates a beautiful like ambiance of like what an empty world is like. But I think that, you know, the ending sequence drags. I think there's a lot of spots that drag. I think it drags as a film. I think that it's fun, and there's some interesting concepts and ideas, but that it's not the best in that genre of any sort. And as a fan,
does Ray Fiennes bring good stuff? Does Ray Fiennes save the genre though? I mean, you got your favorite person, Lord Voldemort here, Lexi.
I think all the actors are competent in it. I mean, my favorite characters in the first film were the dad and the daughter. Before the dad gets infected, I think that whole scene is beautiful. Like, he's like, "Get away from me," and all that. I think that that's much better than basically Rick Grimes 1.0.
Walking Dead. I want to go to Walking fucking Dead. That shit's fucking
But don't tell me that they didn't base Rick Grimes off of that character from that movie. Like,
100%.
100% where they got it from. I'm like, so it's just like, I don't know. It gets passe at this point. There's too many things that have been And then you want to make 3 of them, and like, what do you even?
3 of them.
3 of them, and I'm like, I don't think these movies have the speed in them for 3 of them, even though these.
It's like they paid for one and they got 2 for free. That's what it feels like. We got a coupon. Make one 28 years later, get 2 for free for that, or maybe half the price of one.
Why can't anything in this modern age be like a standalone? Why can't there ever just be standalone films? Or like, if you are going to make another one, make a sequel. Like, no one ever gears up to bring anything back and say, like, we're just going to do one more. It's always like, oh, we're going to make 7 of them.
I really thought it'd be one more. I thought it'd be one more, one and done. You know what I mean?
I remember when we talked about this the first time. Like, I remember you brought this up a long time ago, and I was like, okay, I could be.
And they secretly shot 2. They secretly shot 2. I was like, what the fuck? And then Ray Fiennes just goes, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm dropping the ball. Boom. We're getting 2 right away. And it'll probably come 6 months later. And then the next one will come after Thirsty Daddy opens his wall and pays for the 3rd one, because I keep telling him, you know, you can't just tease these motherfuckers, GR. You can't just tease them. You got to pay. You got to pay once in a while.
GR's just going to show up with his old iPhone and be like, here you go, guys. Get to work.
Hey, I refuse to own an iPhone. That'll be original.
He does the bump. He does the bump. You have to pump fists together, and the money does a transaction like this while you're holding your phone. Remember that shit? Fucking bump. That's what GR does.
Yeah, I got a few old phones we could use.
Oh my God.
Give him the flip phone. Be like, there you go, bud.
There you go.
Thirsty Daddy's in business, everybody. You got to watch out. GR, you're not going to see this, right? Or are you going to see this?
I'm no fucking way to watch this piece of crap.
All right, Angela, you going to see this?
TBD, man. Maybe.
3? You want to watch 3?
Maybe. I don't know.
Can it make its money back? Will they do a 3rd one? I think there'll be the first one will do bad, and so that they have to release the 2nd one, right? Is there a world where the 3rd one doesn't ever comes out?
Maybe. Highly possible. Yeah. I mean, it's again TBD on what happens with the first, and then I think they'll figure out what to do from there. Like, oh crap, this didn't work out. Let's put the 2nd one on, and then
let's swoop it off into the distance.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to keep coming with them. So I don't know.
I'll play devil's advocate. This is gonna make a fucking $1 billion, and we're gonna have we're gonna have 2 and 3 and 3 more after that. I mean, I don't think so, but I mean,
maybe like 10 more, like 15 more, and
honestly, the budget's probably fucking cheap for this. So who knows? Shaun of the Dead's the best fucking movie ever. Don't
Shaun of the Dead is one of the best movies ever.
Having such a good time, having a ball. Yep. Angela's so excited about this. She's going to take a nap. But 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. Freaking 28 years later are coming. And we're being lazy about it. We're doing 28 years later 2, or 20 years later 2, and then 3. We're not even having fun with the thing. Not even 28 decades later or 28 centuries later. We're just going to fucking go. The Dodgers, did they win, GR?
Yep.
Dodgers won, everybody.
Tomorrow is sweep night.
And also 28 years later, it's sweeping the theaters.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.